Hi friends, how are you? Hope all of you are fine. This is my first YouTube channel, and in this channel we are discussing CBSE Chemistry chapters of different classes. So first of all, let us start with the 10th class CBSE Chemistry first chapter, that is chemical reactions and equations. So in this video you will get an introduction for this chapter, chemical reactions and equations. In the introduction we are discussing physical change, chemical reaction, reactant, product and characteristics of chemical reaction. So let us see what a physical change is. So, most of the substance around us undergoes various changes. Some of these changes are temporary, with no new substance is formed. For example, let us take melting of ice. Okay, so if we keep ice at room temperature for some time, it will slowly melt and finally we will get water. If we freeze this water, again we will get the ice back. So melting of an ice is an example of a temporary change. Here no new substance is formed. So this is a type of physical change. Understood? So we can conclude physical change characteristics like this. It is temporary, no new substance is formed, it is reversible, and no energy is formed. Energy means heat, light or sound. Okay? And the example is melting of ice. So, we are going to another change, that is chemical change. So, consider an example of setting of curd. So, milk is converted into curd and a new substance with a sour taste, that is lactic acid, is formed. So we will not get milk back. So these changes are permanent. So these type of changes are called a chemical change. Let us see what are the characteristics of chemical change. First one is it is permanent. Second one, new substance is formed. Third one, not easily reversible. And fourth one is energy is produced. That means during a chemical change, either heat or light or sound is produced. So the examples are all burning process, all cooking processes, fermentation process. All these are the examples of a chemical change. Next we are coming to the chemical reaction. Here it is the definition of a chemical reaction. Two or more substances react with each other to form a new substance with completely different properties. That completely different properties is an important point. So you should notice here a new substance is formed. The properties are different from the original substance. Example is reaction of magnesium with the oxygen. Here two atoms of magnesium which is in the solid state react with one molecule of oxygen which is in the gaseous state to form two molecules of magnesium oxide which is in the solid state. Now let us see the definition of a reactant. Reactant is a substance which takes part in a chemical reaction. So substances which takes part in a chemical reaction is called a reactant. And let us see what a product is. New substance formed after a chemical reaction is called a product. So the new substance obtained after a chemical reaction is the product. Now let us see the characteristics of chemical reactions. What all things are happening after a chemical reaction? First one is evolution of gas. Let us see the reaction of zinc and sulfuric acid. Zinc, we are giving the symbol as Zn, and sulfuric acid is H2SO4, and we will get zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. In this reaction, hydrogen gas is evolved. So, this accompanied with the evolution of gas. Second one is change in color. Consider the reaction between citric acid and potassium permanganate. So here color changes from purple to colorless. We know that potassium permanganate is purple, but on the addition, after the complete addition of citric acid, we will get a colorless liquid. Another characteristics of chemical reaction is change in the state. Okay, so consider the reaction between hydrogen, which is in the gaseous form, and oxygen, which also in the gaseous form, to give water, which is in the liquid state. That means after the chemical reaction, change of state occurs. Fourth one is change in temperature. Some chemical reaction occurs either rise in temperature or fall in temperature. So, reaction between quicklime and water. Quicklime is calcium oxide. When calcium oxide reacts with water, we will get a calcium hydroxide, which is also known as slaked lime. So, you should remember these two names. Quicklime is calcium oxide and slaked lime is calcium hydroxide. Here, rise in temperature occurs. And the last one is formation of precipitate. After some chemical reactions, we will get a precipitate. Reaction between barium chloride and sulfuric acid to give barium sulfate and hydrochloric acid. I hope all of you understood this introductory part of chemical reactions and equation. In the next video, there will be continuation of this chapter. My channel and share to your friends, relatives, etc. And thank you.